one dumbbell per hand. No, two dumbbells per hand from now on.
Con, weren't you just saying how you're kind of dumb?
Yes? Why?
Lift him.
Why are you so mean? Lift me.
Just lifting cons.
Could he lift me?
Ooh, Patreon challenge.
Yep. Once we get to $1,000, there'll be a video of me
Yeah.
green screened into Austin's room, being
Ah!
picked up. We need the money for the CG effects. Lift me! Poor effects. And oh my god, look, he's lifting both me and Jed! CG!
How did Jed get so handsome?
Shh. Avatar 2 thinks it's cutting edge. Wait till you see this.
Just cartoon character
Didn't that get
cutouts.
pushed back again? It gets pushed back like every year.
So we'll have to push our video back. It's only fair.
Hey, delays mean it's going to be a great project.
We'll
It's
announce
gonna
it,
be great.
and then a month later, sorry, we have to delay it. New tech.
We're going with the Nintendo philosophy. Delayed things are eventually good.
And the tech is still 10 years old when it comes out.
They're trying the very minimalist they can, okay?
I understand. Just a little bit more effort, and they would have an awesome system. Just a bit more.
Just tinies.
You
just
know?
tinies.
I mean, the Switch is awesome and all, but a bit more power, please. Just a little bit. I'm not a massive graphics whore, but I'm a frame rate whore.
Well, you shouldn't be on consoles, you know that.
No, what's wrong with me? Actually, I haven't loaded up my consoles in ages. I need to sort that out, especially with the new Fire Emblem out.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in that.
You should have been interested in the last two that have come out. They're awesome.
Never been interested in them until now, honestly.
You
It's never been in that genre until recently. I've been like, oh, I think I might like this genre now.
Well, I mean, if you enjoy it or looking forward to it, I definitely recommend picking up Awakening and the one after it, Fates. I think it was called Fates.
Yes.
Those are awesome. I hated Fire Emblem before those two games. Awakenings
I
came
think
out.
Conquest is all of them, though. Like, not Fates, but they kind of did that Pokemon thing. Like, let's
Yeah.
release 2 versions of Fire Emblem. Oh, okay. And then if you get
Yeah.
Conquest, it's like both versions.
Well, it's, each story on
Yeah.
because there's two armies. So you play one army and then you play the other army. But it's really cool. Totally new characters for each side. New, their side versus the other side, and it's not repeat every stage. There's a lot of new stages for each one, and then you get the epilogue, which is an extra game in itself. It's so good.
So good.
Oh my god, it blew my mind. And like I said, I hated Fire Emblem before Awakenings came out. I looked and I was like, this is trash. After trying it on the Game Boy Advance, this is crap. I hate this series. Awakenings comes out, stare at it. This looks like it's got a bit more depth now. This looks nice. Play.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is great.
Play. He says that when he's actually playing.
Play. Yes, I say it every now and then.
We ask him to stop.
They're the only two. I lie. They were the only two console games I'd bought in ages. And I've added a couple over the years. Not many. So they're an elite level. Get them.
It's like of all the ones I pirated, I bought these ones.
I don't pirate. What's wrong with you?
Arr!
Arr, just because I live in Australia, you think all I do is pirate everything.
We all know you're like Europe's cowboys.
Still building my ship.
Alright, let's get this thing going.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You recording?
Yep.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Had to check and make sure. Find out how much he's lying to us.
No, I see it right there. It's red.
Alright, I'll do the intro then.
Woohoo!
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Hey guys, welcome to another podcast of. Wait, no, let me do that again. Frickin'.
You
I
were
always
doing
screw it up.
wonderful.
Alright, let me
Take
do it.
two.
Hey guys, well, you just laughed over me. Okay,
It's
here we
alright.
go. Hey guys, welcome to another last week's special podcast. As
What if girls are
always,
listening?
As always, I'm here, Austin, with Jed
Hey!
and Con,
Hello.
and we should
We're-
do another podcast update with Jed's internet.
Ah, yes, yes. I could write a book about it,
I think you
but
should.
no one would really believe it. You ever hear a story that seems just too made up to be real, but then ends up being real and it's ludicrous? That's my story.
We could reenact it.
Ooh, it'd
Mini
be a
movie
great.
version.
I'm gonna get with HBO. I just want a one season of my life with this internet.
Every episode is you just getting a phone call. It's not coming.
So, packet losses.
No, it's me, mate. There we go.
There's your packet loss.
Yep.
Yay! Firsthand, we get to witness what it's doing. Well, who wants to go first with the story, or shall I?
You.
All right. So here's my internet situation. Service tech finally came, and he installed my service. Though they messed up my service order. Big surprise. He came in thinking he had to install a phone jack. I go, no, you're here to repair the phone box. The one outside, where the telephone lines all run in. He's like, oh, yeah, it says here I'm installing a jack. You're not installing a jack. You're fixing the box. Well, I wonder why they said I have to install a jack. I don't know. But you're just fixing the box. That's all I need. That's all I need. For like 3 months, I've been needing just that. Just that from you. So, he goes out to his truck, he gets some equipment, he opens up the phone box, he's like, oh yeah, looks like one of these wires got chewed or something, probably like a mouse in the winter or something. So he's like, let me slice this together, and then he hooks up his little modem thing to the box, and it's talking, he's like, it looks like everything's working good now. I'm like, great. So, he's done, that's it. Now, I'm suffering through these packet losses, so at random times, my internet, which still stays connected, just freezes.
Yeah,
Nothing
I've had
is
this
being
happen.
sent,
awful.
or received, and it sticks, and it's just stuck there until
Mm-hmm.
it finally decides to catch up. I've been suffering this for a couple of weeks. I think the total of couple of weeks has been 5, so we're working our way through that. So I do what anybody would do. Like, well, I can't fix it on my end. I'm going to have to call him. Call the first time. Speak to a nice enough gentleman. He tells me that my entire state is kind of experiencing these outages, and I'm affected in the area. But they're sending texts from other states out to rectify the situation. So just hang tight. It should be fixed soonish. Okay. I get a text message like a week and a half later going, we have what did they say? They said like, we have resolved the outage issues in Ohio. Please unplug your modem for like 5 minutes, plug it back in, and your service will be restored.
5 minutes.
Sweet. Yeah, real weird, right? Like, why is it gotta be that long? It's like, okay, great. I unplug it, plug it back in. Still going through the same problems. So I gotta call him again then. So I call. Speak to a nice lady this time. She says, well, let's type in this IP address into your web browser. And of course she has to go real slow and real calm because she thinks I don't know what a web browser is, and so you're just trying to also be polite, going like, you can speed it up, I'm more confident than that, but you just like, okay. So I open up the web browser, like, yes, open up the Google Chrome or the Internet Explorer, like, okay. Is it the one that's got the 3 colors? Yes, or the one that looks like an E. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I see no E.
Like, I type E and nothing shows up. So no, I'll do a little bit better. So
E.
I put in the IP address. So she's had me, of course, log into the modem this way. And the modem has, I guess, its own serial code that communicates to, Frontier. And as well as that serial code is attached to an email address that the modem has, and then a password. She asked me to change the password, and she gave me the password she wanted it changed to. She said sometimes during outages, the password will change if hardware on the server end changes. And they're supposed to update the passwords automatically, but maybe in this instance it didn't. And that's why the modem is having these issues in its communication. So I'm like, okay, I change it. And she's like, all right, now I'll try using the internet. So you'll use it. And of course, I mean, it's not doing it at that instant. So they're like, okay, looks like the issue is resolved. I'm like, well, all right, we'll find out. And so she hangs up, and not 5 minutes later, it starts doing it and doing it and doing it. So I call again, and this time I speak to another gentleman. I explain to him the issue that I just went through. So what he does is that has me log into the modem again and start looking at my firewall settings. You think like in case like the firewall for some reason is blocking the entire internet from working. So I do that, and he says he's going to do some stuff on his end, change change some preferences or something. And he's like, "Is the internet working for you now?" Like, well, yeah, in this instance, it's working, but I'm not suffering from working internet. I'm suffering from like random little packet losses and stuff. He says it's resolved. He's like, just give it a little time. It should be fine. And of course, it wasn't. So I'm now on my third call. Speak to another gentleman. His advice was the best of them yet. He tells me, unplug my modem, wait 5 minutes. While the modem's unplugged, he's going to go on his end, and he's going to see about like changing some profile settings or something. I'm like, okay, you do that. I wait. He says he's done. I can plug the modem back in. I do so. He's like, is your internet working? I go, well, yes. He's like, okay, issue resolved. All right, thank you. So I don't think he really did anything. He just had me
So,
unplug it.
did he not
So,
have a device to test packet loss?
do I have a
No,
device?
did
Oh,
he?
oh, I have the technician that installed.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did. I mean, he did have a handheld. I don't know what it's called, but he did have a handheld that plugged in.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
thing's supposed to, yeah.
yeah, but maybe at that time it wasn't suffering from it. I don't
Yeah,
know. So, or maybe because I could go 10 minutes without a loss. So if it's just sitting there for that 10 minutes, it's random then if it's going to happen.
yeah.
And in this case, it didn't. But I digress. So I'm on call number 5. I get a hold of tech support. I explain to the gentleman, this is my 5th time calling. And he's looking at my record. He's like, oh, yes,
Oh.
I see that. He's like looking down at it like, you sucking it today. So he's like, all right, can you explain to me what the other techs did? So I explained to him what the first lady did. He's like, okay, well, I mean, she's not wrong. I explained to him what the second guy did. He's like, I don't know what he was doing. I explained to him what the third guy did. And he's like, why did he have you reset your modem for 5 minutes? I go, I was just doing what I was told. He's like, 30 seconds is all it takes.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, I figured, but he said 5 minutes. And I'm like, and then there's nothing in the notes about him changing anything. So I don't know what he was doing. So he's like, all right, let me sign into some software that they use, I guess, to test the packet losses. And he's like, all right, it just happened on my end. It's like, now let me sign into the logs here. It's like, oh, I guess it's been happening about 5 times every 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, so suddenly I get a person that can see all this information, and the previous people had no idea. Perfect. So he says he's going to get a tech to try and come out, have one scheduled, and hopefully this issue can get resolved by next week. And if it does, it will be the first time I am fully compliant to what I'm supposed to be having. And that's my internet story. It's not over. The chapter's not done.
Of
But
course
this is
not.
just the break we are at this point of the page.
Hopefully,
So,
that'll be the last one.
yeah.
Yeah, I had issues. Guy came, did his little test saying, "Oh, you're having packet losses," and then he's like, "Yeah, one of our devices that's connecting to like all these houses on this like node area, they've been all complaining, so I'm gonna have to replace the device, I guess." So he did that, and everything's fine. Yay.
Huh.
Man, I wish things were that fast.
Yeah.
My
Probably took a
packet,
few days, but yeah.
my packet losses were well since last November. Only got fixed up like last month. Couldn't stream properly. Couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
It was horrible. Every time I called up, I don't
I'm
know.
back.
It looks normal. It's like, yeah. No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Sort it out. I'm not paying for this again.
Oh.
Like before it got fixed when I called up, I said, you know, it's still broken, and he wasn't sure, and I said, can you get someone to come out here and have a look? He goes, that'll be $90. No, I'm going to another
Extra
ISP.
charge? What?
Yeah, it's the way it's all set up here. If they have to come here, it's a call-out fee.
The frick?
That's the base fee, by the way. The longer he takes, the more up it goes. It's like calling any kind of tech now. It's stupid. So,
Wow.
oh, it is Australia. Everything's expensive here. They just want to kill us.
Yeah.
I find the best way to do it is poverty.
If the animals won't do it, the government will, and all the rules that they throw at us. It's getting there. My credit card laughs at me every day. 4.5 grand debt. It's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. It's like, shut up! Don't talk to me. Trying to ignore it.
Yeah. Yeah. Swipe me again.
I've hardly used it. It's just bills. It's killing. But yeah, anyway, they got it fixed. Without coming.
Quotation marks.
Yeah. Apparently the exchange I was connected to had issues, and they didn't realize it
Yeah.
until I pointed it out. I was like, bro, check the exchange. Something's got to be wrong there if it's not on my end or your end.
Yeah.
He checks up. Hey, you're right. There was some work going on there. There was a fiber cable that was cut. Should be fixed soon. Next day, text message. It's working. Okay, let's see. It's shitty working. Click. Oh, it works. So happy. 6 months.
I wish mine was only a day.
That was 6 months worth. A day I wish. We don't live in an advanced society. If we were,
It's true.
it would be a day. You live in the country, so you have an excuse. I live in loud area. Fix me.
My excuse was a technician afraid of cows. Won't get out of his car.
I keep telling you to get cows.
That big Dalmatian won't let me out. Like, dude, it's behind a fence. Just get out.
Jed's always complaining about his yard being like it takes hours and hours to mow. I couldn't really understand how big it really was. I kept, telling him buy a cow or buy a goat. They'll eat the grass and give you milk at the same time.
Yeah.
And then when they get older, they'll give you burgers and stuff. And he's like, no. And he showed me on Google Maps his property. It's stupid huge.
See? I wasn't lying.
Couldn't believe it.
Dang. Sell it. Make some cash.
Well, I
What?
wanted, but nobody will just buy the land and take it away. They want to live on it, and but I still need to live on it. So there's the problem.
Yeah.
No, it's big. I was mowing today and having a terrible time. I just not having a good time.
It's as long as a football field. Or longer, I think. No, longer.
Mowing's I hate mowing's such a stupid thing. Like
Cement
if I had a
everything.
house with a yard, I would gas the entire lawn so that it was just dead. so that I wouldn't have to mow it or water it or anything.
In my opinion, and especially for like my yard, it is the most useless portion of my property.
Mm-hmm.
It's too hot that nobody really wants to go outside and enjoy it. But unless you put in hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm not exaggerating, in maintaining that yard, in terms of like watering it constantly, seeding
Yeah.
it constantly, weed control, you know, all this so you'd have a really lush, comfy grass to sit on. Then nobody wants to go out there and crabgrass or,
And who's in the area that drives by that would see it? Like,
yeah,
aren't
you're doing it for yourself
Mm-hmm.
at this point.
Or to
So
show
I'm
off to
not
your
that
neighbors.
person. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't have the time or the money. That's something middle class dads do who have no hobbies. They're like, well, I guess I'll do a yard.
That's
pretty much.
right. How
I'm
they
not
love it.
that person. Not that person at all.
We've got people here with leaf blowers. You know those stupid things. They supposedly make you blow all the dust and leaves and crap faster than it does to sweep and rake. I argue how fast it actually is, because when they use it for their tiny stupid area, I'm hearing it for an hour. It's like, how are you taking so long?
Yeah, they're tiny. I don't know how you'd cover that much area with it.
It was,
I leave I leave leaves in the yard. I leave them in there.
there's no leaves. I don't know what they're doing. I'm sitting there watching them, and they're just, you know, aimlessly walking. So I don't know what you're doing.
It's just they're bored. They have no hobbies.
4 houses around me have it. One of them has kids. Guess what they do? We're bored.
The I mean, mind you, if you was on a skateboard and using the leaf blower to propel yourself around, sure, that wouldn't be so bad. I can understand
yeah,
the experiment, but
he's out there on the, like on the driveway. He'll hold it for a bit. You'll hear it constant for about 10 seconds, then he'll stop, and then he'll do it again and repeat for an hour. Couldn't understand it. I tell you, if murder was illegal, I'd be cleaning up this area. Leaf blowers and all.
sticking the leaf blowers up their buttholes and just turn it off.
How do you like it now? The lady behind our house has this tiny one. I mean, it's the same. They're all the same size, but the hose part is probably maybe 3 inches wide. I don't know why you'd even sell that or even buy it. It's tiny, and she it just use a toothbrush. Actually, she'd do better if she leant down and started blowing, because it's the same width. It's easily the most useless thing I've ever seen. Bar my sister.
Like, I get a random jab out on her. There we go. Now it's a
Yeah.
podcast.
It's done. And all my workmates before.
Well, what's new with you, Austin? What are you doing?
Uh, what is new with me? I don't friggin' know. Video games, I guess.
Cool.
Oi.
Speaking of,
I saw
Oi.
that you pre-ordered the helmet Doom thing.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No,
I
no,
did
no.
I didn't pay for it. I did a donation goal. And someone just gave me $200. I was like, oh, okay.
I have a donation goal for my credit card, please. Everyone, put it on.
But yeah, I'm worried about it actually.
You should
I'm worried it's
cancel.
gonna be trash.
Have you ever bought like those helmet or big, huge things that come with pre-orders?
I don't think so. No.
They are trash. Don't do it. Believe me, you'll get it. It's all cool and all, and then you'll have it there. A week later, you'll stare at it and think, not only is it trash material, I don't even wear it. It's taking up so
Well, I'm
much
not
room.
gonna wear it. It's gonna be a display item mostly.
Yeah, but it's
to wear off girls in case they can make it in his room.
but the amount of space it'll take as a helmet. Think of how many Dragon Ball figures you can put there. This thing's
Yeah,
these
maybe.
are big and pointless. Royce, a friend of mine, he'd buy all the pre-order things with all these things. He got the glove and the helmet with the Fallout things, and they sit there, and he goes, they're taking up so much room. They're still in their boxes. I said, I told you. You should have cancelled it. He goes, oh, but. It's like, no, no, no. Don't. He's always pre-ordering the special things, and they take up all this room.
I never get the special stuff. This is like very rare that I'll do that.
They're pointless.
I make you a deal. You pay me the $200. I'll make you a paper mache helmet,
Okay.
but I'll make it so you could fit in it.
I say do it.
Right.
I want to see
You okay
it.
with googly eyes?
New Patreon goal.
Googly eye, paper mache helmet.
Paper mache helmet for Austin. $200.
I'll make the googly eyes angry so it fits, the game. Or they'll have weird anime eyes. I don't know. I'll see how I feel.
That'll be good. I'd do that one.
Both.
I'd put it on. Stream with that on all the time.
I have been playing the crap out of Star Wars Battlefront 2 lately.
Yeah, see? Alright, $200, Con.
What?
I should here real soon. I think after Con gets back from Greece or whatever third world country he's going to. Where is he going again?
Greece.
Yeah, third world. Okay. I was going to finally get the EA
Premium.
Premium Pass. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'll be downloading the Star Wars game then.
Yeah.
So.
I play it like every night. I've been doing it for like weeks. It's just
Oh,
freaking
great.
fun.
What's it
All
like
them,
compared to when it first came out?
I played a good chunk of it when it first came out, like 30 hours.
Hmm.
And it was fun, but the game modes got boring. There's a new game mode they introduced, and it's just freaking fun. Because all the other game modes were pretty much do this objective. Everybody like you either attack or defend, and that just encouraged like the whole team to be in one spot fighting, and it was just like a cluster of nonsense. And it's like there's no real skill involved. You're just shooting at everything and dying and dying and dying. But this game mode is just like it's like Battlefield Conquest. You capture points on a big map. Whoever holds the most flags will get the most points, and then you chase the enemy to their ship, and then you blow their ship up. And it's such a fun freaking game mode. It's so
yeah, man,
fun.
that sounds like I should have been there from the beginning.
Yeah, it's a game mode that was in the original Battlefront 2. That everyone's like, why don't you have this game mode? And now they do. But yeah, that's what I said. If this game mode was like there at the start, this game would be way bigger than it is now. Because not many people know, most people just abandon it and don't even know much about it. But that game mode is so fun. It makes the game so much funner.
I hadn't even heard of that. I stopped playing
EA's
it.
doing good on their marketing.
I didn't like it at all when it first came out. Played it for a few months, and was like, this is kind of trash.
I mean, I liked it, but the game modes just were not that great. They just got old, like really old, really fast.
Yeah. The stages weren't that fun. The previous game had way better stages. I enjoyed that one heaps.
Yeah, it had some good ones. I think no, they should bring back the old maps. Is what they should do. Because this game mode that I like, it only has 4 maps available for it, which I think they're bringing a new map this month or next month. I don't remember, but they need to introduce more maps for that game mode specifically.
I might look up on it again, just because it's still in my library, even though I threw out the physical disc. I didn't like it, so I threw it out. Like, how do I delete it from my library? I can't. It's there forever. So I guess I'll try that new mode.
Yeah, I've been playing that and Battlefield 5. I've been enjoying them both.
Battlefield 5's awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
We need to play it when
A new map came out. That's
Ooh.
really cool.
I didn't know this. Oh.
Yep.
We'll be playing it when Jay gets his premium.
Hopefully soon.
Next month we'll
Probably
all be playing it.
Yeah.
Make sure to get that hard drive space, because those games take up a lot of space.
Like I think one was 50 something.
Oh, they're
or
60 to 80, I think. I think Battlefront 2 is 80. And I think Battlefield 5 is 60.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go over and download that somewhere then.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think the old McDonald's Wi-Fi is gonna cut it.
You can't use our Wi-Fi unless you order something.
How about I order a big cup of you? Shut up.
You guys been playing anything?
Been playing Sniper Elite 4.
Oh yeah. How's that?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's
we
not
are.
bad.
It's awesome. Uh, it's there's not that many stages. I think it was like 8 or something or 7,
Yeah, I think it was like maybe even just 6.
6. Yeah, but they're huge. They are massive. I
Oh
couldn't
yeah.
believe how big they are.
Yeah, it's one of those games where they encourage you to try different paths and techniques to accomplish the goal.
Mm. We're
Right.
meant to be
Multiple ways of
stealthy
doing it.
because snipe.
Yeah, we're meant to. You can imagine, not saying any names, why I might find a struggle in having somebody stealthily cooperating with me.
I'm sorry, but when I see a truck going past, I need to blow it up. What if it brings,
We
reinforcements? Can't let it
we
go.
kept we kept dying in this one spot all the time
Mm.
in this level, and it would respawn us at the last checkpoint, which was conveniently almost exactly where we kept dying. So it gave us just enough
Yeah.
playing room to learn from our mistakes and reapproach the problem. But I'm hearing it on my end, somebody going, "Oh no, this truck! I gotta shoot it! I gotta shoot this truck! No, Con, don't shoot that truck! Con, don't shoot the truck! We're gonna sneak! We're gonna sneak! We're gonna get in through the vents! I gotta do it! I gotta do it! I can't not do it! I gotta do it! I gotta shoot this truck! I gotta shoot this truck!" I'm like, no, this. I gotta shoot this! And then you hear, "Oh, we found the enemy! The truck's been exploding!" And then Hitler's running. He's in a boat and he's getting away. I'm like, God, why couldn't you just not shoot the truck? There's nobody even in it. He just has to shoot it.
If it's explodable, I gotta do it. If I see a red barrel, I'm shooting it and seeing what happens.
I'll give you a hint. It explodes, and Hitler gets away.
It's so much fun though.
It is good. It is.
Does
They
it do
done well.
Does it do the slow mo 3D stuff with co-op?
Constantly.
It's good. Especially when you get a testicle shot. I have more than Jed.
he has blown off more nuts than anyone I know.
I'm very good at it.
Some poor guy's just squatting by the campfire, and then you get the slow mo, the bullet leaving the barrel, and then you see the X-ray mode, and it goes inside the leg, and this one of them just explodes like a cashew. Ah!
It's very, very painful to look
Do they
at.
die if you do that?
Oh
Or
yeah.
they
Oh,
just
yeah.
fall over?
No,
Yeah, they die. Like for those special 3D shots, those are the one-shot kill kind
Right,
of.
right,
Mm.
okay.
They hurt.
They don't happen all the time, but when they do, it's glorious. Especially when you hit them
I
in
get
the
more.
head and the helmet
Mhm.
flies off with the bullet. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I've never played a Sniper Elite game. They look fun though.
They are awesome.
They are fun. They are well made.
Although we've only played from 3 onwards, so I don't know what 1 and 2 are like.
Yeah.
I do have 2.
And they go on sale pretty regularly,
Mm.
so that's a plus if you're in that kind of market for cheap.
If you're playing single player, it'll be really good for stealth. If you're playing co-op,
Yeah.
depending on who you're playing with, it's either really good stealthy
Mhm.
or it's just crazy. Because the
Yes.
enemy, you can't kill them all. They do respawn. They just keep coming after a
Oh
while.
wow.
So your bullets run out. And there was one area where there were like 3 of them. I had no bullets and I was running in just stabbing. I was like stab, 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 killing them all. But it only activates if you get close to them. So sometimes you'll press the button to stab. And, it might not happen. You get destroyed. There's no, melee attack, unfortunately. Or jump. It makes me sad.
And you can't swim, despite his several attempts
Yes.
to get into the water. I mean, who cares that he was jumping from 40 feet? He was And then we'd have to restart the mission.
In my defense, I was only looking over the edge of the cliff to see how far down it was, and then my character slipped. I was like, yeah, it did. Oops.
Can you imagine trying to do a stealth mission? Like, we just gotta sneak up on this guard, and a full-grown man screaming, "Ah!" right in the water. Wonder why we failed.
It's all good. I, tanks would always take me down because I'd be charging them, trying to blow them up. You have to get behind them, set the charge, and then you got to blow up the
Yeah.
charge. But there's guns, more than one, so I don't expect it.
Let that be a lesson to you kiddos out there. If a tank is coming at you, don't charge it
Yes.
from the front. Apparently, they put a lot of armor and guns up there.
Sometimes there's one at the back. Be eagle-eyed, like I wasn't. I just walked up to one tank, like right up front of it, and I stared at it because we shot the driver, and I walked up and just stared. Is it motionless? But there's a gunner in there, and after looking at me for a while, he started shooting. I was a bit scared.
Well,
Same with the
there's been
bunker.
multiple.
Jed went past this one bunker, and I heard an explosion or shooting, and then I see him prone on the side, just sitting. I think, oh, he's waiting for me, and I'm running forward. I go, did you take out the guy in the bunker? And I walked right up to the window to look in, and then it started shooting just then. Like, whoop.
Like, I ran by so fast that they didn't have enough time to react, but they were aware of me. So now they're ready, and then Khan's sticking his little head right through the little the scope they're using. Like, is anybody in there? Of course, it starts shooting. What else is it gonna do?
I ran the 20 yards after asking you, and you still waited to tell me after they started shooting. You had plenty of time. You say, no, he's still there. No, I just sat there waiting. Nope. Definitely a gunner.
Can't blame all your life problems, Khan,
I can do it, and I will.
on the guy who ran before you. That's not how.
I want to keep
You gotta
doing it.
be an adult.
I'm going to squeeze that for all it's worth. So,
Uh,
yes, I have been recording them, but any co-op games I do with Jed, I've decided, because we want to do something with the Patreon, all three of us gameplay will be on the YouTube channel, but any single or co-op games are going to Patreon only. So Sniper Elite is going to be there. Anything that we play on our own is going to be there, so we don't, filter everything onto the channel.
Right.
And I can't be bothered using mine anymore for years now, so I'm just going to put it all on Patreon. So there's a bit of, something to look forward to.
yes, maybe when my internet's better, I can contribute. More.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of days where, Jed and myself, we just log on and just start chatting before we play, but we end up chatting a little too long sometimes, like an hour
Oh,
or two.
really?
Yeah. When's that ever occurred?
So I've decided I'm going to record those, and they'll be like, mini podcasts, only for the
Yeah.
Patreon. So there you go. Extra 2 things
Man.
on Patreon.
Now I gotta be cautious on who I call out on the Patreon.
I'll edit them.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Wink, wink.
Remember, you are racist. Wink, wink.
Like, hey, I noticed a lot of stuff I didn't say are now on the Patreon. Like, the audio's even real weird.
That's our
You're
specialty.
like, I'm just saying, like, man, I really hate people who don't look like me. Hey, I didn't say that. You're editing.
It's clearly you. Look, run it through a tone. 100%. Technology don't lie. That's you.
You guys want to hear about another great disaster that's been happening to me lately?
Please.
All right. So,
We already know you got married, though.
yeah, that's old news. And then the second kid, that's also old news.
2
So,
babies.
2 disasters.
Just drink
Now.
bleach.
I tried. Goes right through me. Apparently, I'm immune.
But nice and clean.
But gets the insides. My poop is white.
It's sparkly.
So, I've been noticing in the bathroom that's attached to the master bedroom. We've been walking in, and the floor is kind of like soft. Like when you step on it, and you're like, I know what this is. There's like this floor is getting
It's the
wet.
beginning of a
Mm.
And,
Lovecraft story.
oh, Cthulhu's living in my basement.
Swimming
Nah,
around.
so the floor's getting soft, and Catherine and I are paying attention to it, like, oh, this ain't good. And like, yeah. So on my day off, I remove this panel that lets me have access to under the house.
Mm-hmm.
I peek my head under there with a flashlight. It's a pool of water under there.
Ugh.
So what do? I put on these work clothes. I crawl under the house, which of course that's never fun.
Oh
Because what's
no.
under houses? The
Yeah.
dirty. There's spiders everywhere. You
Yeah.
shine in your flashlight, they're all looking at you like, oh, who's this guy?
Flamethrower.
So I'm up in like an inch of water. So there's nowhere you can put your hand, put your leg, put your shoulder. It's not going to get wet. So, sure enough, I'm finding all this insulation that's under the bathroom. It's soaking wet and it's drooping. So I got to cut it away, and I find this pipe that's just spitting water like it's a fountain. And I
It's
guess
not
that's
just dripping, it's like
no,
actually
it's
spurting.
yeah, like the water pressure's like, and it's throwing it around, and you're like, oh no. So I crawl back out. I have to turn it off, and then after the water's off, I go back under there and cut away even more insulation. I'm like, I gotta see how bad the damage is. I have to replace the entire bathroom subfloor now. Every
Jeez.
piece is soaking wet. And because
Yeah.
the house is a modular home, like if it was constructed with like, standard material, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But my home is a modular home. So they use the cheapies, the
Mm.
cheapest material they can.
Oh.
So they don't use, for anyone that's familiar with, lumber, OSB is what we call it here. And OSB, it's plywood that is built with like shreds of other wood and then it's glued together to form a board. It's a very popular, construction material.
It's the stuff that
They,
karate masters use to break and look tough.
well, they could break this stuff. Like, I'm about breaking just stepping on it.
It's why they break it, because it's easy.
Oh, it's easy. So they use something even less than that. Like this stuff looks like it was cardboard boxes that were shredded and then glued together. So
Oh.
once it gets wet, it swells, and once it swells, it stays that way. And then it's always going to be soft, and it's always going to be, fragile. So I have no choice. And then I get looking under there, and it changed color. It went from a nice, like kind of a sandy brown, a wood color, to a nice, black. So like, I can bet you that's not supposed to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna have that fun project, ripping up the whole thing.
You're gonna do it all yourself, huh?
Well, I don't have the money to pay somebody to come and do it for me
Oh, yeah.
because I'd be like, man, just for example, my roof. I had to put a metal roof on it last year, right?
Uh-huh.
And a metal roof, that alone probably cost me $7,000, and that's no
Holy
exaggeration.
freaking crap.
Yes, because the metal is, super expensive already. Then you got the screws because they don't come with it.
No, no, no.
But then you can't just put it directly on the roof. You gotta remove the old paneling on the roof. So you do that, and then you gotta put down braces, and then you gotta get this special type of foam insulation, to seal it. So I mean, after it's all said and done, it's an incredible amount of money.
Mm.
Yeah.
I got quotes from people to see like, man, am I going to be able to do this by myself? It'll take forever. And one of the quotes I got was a guy that came out. He measured the roof. He's like, okay, to take the panels off, to install your new braces, and then to install this, it would be 10 grand. Like, does that include the metal? No, that was just his price. So I had to do that by myself. So I can only imagine what it would cost to have somebody come in and do a bathroom for you.
Yeah. Wow. How old's the house?
The house is 12 years old.
Why'd you have to put a roof on it then?
It was leaking
Sheesh.
He had like
because
a
the previous owner.
well, yeah. Also
Yeah,
had that massive tornado thing came through, and then the
that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you? That's
Yeah, we
wow.
live like every now and again it gets pretty windy, it gets kind of hairy. We see Dorothy, on a tornado go by, but it like a typical home, it has shingles, for a roof. And the high winds were ripping them off. Well, I guess this was a problem for even the previous owner. So what he did is he went up there and he nailed the shingles down. That's typical. I mean, you can do that. No, there's a specific way you're supposed to put shingles on. You put your first shingle on, you nail it down, and then you overlap it. That
Right,
way the
right,
new
right.
shingle.
Uh-oh.
that's a packet loss.
Packet loss.
He'll catch up and he won't realize. Just wait.
Hides the nail. It creates a seal. He
See,
wasn't doing.
That's funny.
Nope, nope, I'm here. All right, and that's how I lost all my money. Did you guys catch that last part where I met George Clooney? You missed it? Well, I'm not telling it again. I really opened up to you guys, and you didn't say a thing. No, okay. So you're supposed to put the nail down and overlap it. What he did is that he just put the nail straight down in over top of him, and then he would
Right.
took a little dab of tar and try to cover it. So guess why that didn't work? Because
Yeah.
tar doesn't have, long life expectancy in the heat. It will shrink
Right.
or expand, but the point is it stretches and it doesn't stay put.
Mhm.
So the whole roof was leaking. So our option was either to rip all the shingle off and put new shingles on, but if you're going to go that far, you might as well put something on that doesn't need replaced every time the wind blows. So we went for metal.
Right.
Metal is the best option. I don't like
Yeah,
shingles. They're just annoying.
yes, they are. And on that note, as of last week, I finally paid off that loan for the roof.
Ooh,
Just in time
nice.
for a loan to be taken for the bathroom.
Yeah.
Didn't you do that like 2 years ago?
What's that?
The roof, or was it 3 years ago?
It was probably close to 3 years. I've been trying to pay it for that long. It takes a long time. Like even if you do the minimum for something like that, it's $90 a month.
Mm.
Can you imagine just not having $90 because every paycheck. I'm sorry, it's not $90 every month. It was $90 every paycheck. So every 2 weeks.
Mm. It's brutal.
It was. It was very hard. And, bless Catherine's heart, she managed that money to a mastery of degree because we got it paid, we never late, but it was not easy.
Mm.
The joys of homeowning.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, yes. Yes, indeed.
Renting is the
Uh,
only option. Well, here
Like
at
I'm,
least.
yeah, I'm gonna rent, but I'm gonna be like a terrible tenant. I'm gonna just feces on the wall kind of a person. You can keep my $100 deposit. I ruined this place because I've owned a home and I don't want to do any of it anymore.
We're out of toilet paper. Don't worry. We got a couch.
Exactly.
I'm sure there's people that do that.
Oh, I imagine the horror stories.
Honestly, I know there's people that go to the toilet and then come back and sit on their couch, without pants or anything because it's their home and they're happy to be naked.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you hear all the time, like somebody like, I visited New York. How was it? I saw a man pooping in the street. He made eye contact like it was no big deal. So like I know if people like that exist, they gotta be pooping in their house. Like not in the bathroom, but like in the house.
Uh-huh. It's
So
why I don't really enjoy going over people's houses. I'll look around. Oh, that reminds me. Since we're talking about grossness, I went to get pizza yesterday. This is actually yesterday.
you found poop in the
I
pizza.
found
That
poop in the.
is
What's this?
disgusting.
It's an anchovy. Don't worry about it. Huh?
I didn't ask for any corn in my pizza.
Vegetarian. So I'm standing there waiting, and one guy is on the phone, the other one's talking to this lady who decided to come in and order instead of do it over the phone or internet like normal people. So she's standing there. She was awesome. The guy's like, so how many pizzas would you like? She goes, can I have one? He goes, okay. What pizza? Any. He just stared at her for a bit. Meat lovers? What else would you like? Another pizza? Okay. And what would you like that? Oh, anything. Two meat lovers?
Crap.
And she kept ordering.
Nice.
She goes, I'd like a drink too. He goes, okay, what drink? Anything. Hmm.
What the crap?
I know, his face, I was just sitting there going, you poor bastard. Everything she kept ordering. And there was like, a deal for 3 sides. And he goes, you can get 2 more. I want one drink. Yeah, but you ordered the 3 sides, so you need two more things. Can I have another pizza? That's not a side. I'll have the. She goes, I'll have another drink then. Okay. Does it matter what it is? She goes, anything's fine.
What the crap?
I don't
Who
know.
Man.
goes to a place and orders
She was confusing me.
anything? What the heck?
It was funny.
You know,
It was funny at first until I realized I'm still waiting because of this lady, and I started to get annoyed. But then this other guy came, and he seemed to be an authority figure. I don't want to say manager, but people kept asking him questions. Something on the cash register. He goes, "Yeah, this here, this." He goes, "Oh, what do I do with this?" "Yeah, you do that." But he looked like he was 15, so he must have been at least 17. I can't imagine a 15-year-old being in charge, but everyone looks young to me these days. And so he's sitting there, and I'm looking as he's helping, and he was helping me as well, grabbing my stuff, and I look at his hands, and he's wearing gloves. So he was clearly, doing food preparation for the pizzas, because you could still see food on the gloves, little, bits of
Right.
stuff. And I'm thinking, wait, that's not good. And
he's handling all the money.
he was taking money with it, and he was pressing the cash register with it. He was picking other stuff and grabbing it. And I go, excuse me, were you preparing pizzas? And he goes, yeah. And I said, but you're touching everything else. And he goes, no, it's okay. I'm wearing gloves. And I said,
You just go right over his head.
That's how it is at Subway, and it always grosses me out. They
Oh,
always wear they always wear gloves and stuff, and they serve your food up after picking it all up in the gloves. I mean, the gloves are brand new when they pick them up.
I mean, the
But
only
then they touch the register with them
Yep.
afterwards and type it in. It's like, ew.
the only thing sanitized is their hands. Everything else is not. So, yeah, I didn't take the pizza. I was like, I don't want it. Goodbye.
You couldn't make that pizza hot enough to
There's-
satisfy me for about insurance.
I know that the minute I start eating that, an hour or two later, I'm going to be at the toilet. So it's not happening. He was just touching everything. Coins,
Oh.
notes, handing them back to people. I just thought, you have no clue. No awareness. I'm wearing gloves.
That's great. I love it.
I don't.
Nope, that made my day. Oh,
Horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And you know me, I'm like a germphobe, so I was like twitching. Nope. Walked right out. Not doing
That's
this.
okay. I'm wearing gloves.
All the things to say.
You just gotta take a deep breath. Oh, if I could kill you with my mind.
I try. Unfortunately, it's not possible. So if anyone claims they can do it, they're wrong. Because I've been trying for years. My brain should be like Xavier level by now with all the training I've given. Maybe I need a helmet. Jed, can you make me one?
You want me to make you a helmet that's got like a long unicorn horn at the end of it,
That's
so you can
right.
stab people?
And I want it made out of the floor material of your bathroom. Paper mache that together.
What it's gonna do is it'll just be a long horn. You'll stab them, but it'll break off so you can get away. That's how weak the material is.
Don't wear it when it's raining. It's all over.
It'll just like mashed potatoes on your
Yeah.
face.
It's a sad looking horn. Just drooping.
It's a grower, not a shower.
Gotta feed it some Viagra. It'll be good to go.
Oh, so yes, the bathroom situation isn't good.
Mm,
Anyone else having anything great happening in their life?
well, I mean, this Saturday I'm heading off to Greece to pick up my mum
Oh,
because
she's in Greece.
she's been there since early June, so it's just been
Oh.
me and my dad. Um, I kept trying to convince her, take him with you, so it's just me, but that didn't happen. So she went there, and there were family friends as well that were going at the same time, so she had company on the way there, so it was fine. But on the way back, it would be just her, and she's not confident enough. So I have to suffer this super duper long trip, get there, stay for a couple weeks, and then super duper long trip back.
How
To give,
long is that flight?
oh, it's brutal. Um, it's a two-stop. So from where I am, I have to fly to Singapore. That's about 4.5 hours by plane. Then I get there, and there's a 7 hour wait before the next
Oh my
plane.
gosh.
And that plane takes about 11 and a half hours to get to Greece.
Oh.
And then I have a 9 hour wait before my next plane, which is only an hour, goes to one of the islands called Kos.
Jeez.
And then from Kos, I have to take an hour ferry to Kalimnos. And all of this time, I will be awake
Yeah.
because I can't sleep on planes.
I couldn't either. When I went to Japan, I could not sleep.
Mm.
Could not.
I think it's just because there's people around me. It just unnerves me. I can't sleep
I
with
just
them.
can't sleep sitting up. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, that too.
You have to get like one of those
I
like
bought
card
I
pillows.
bought one of those
Yeah.
pillows that wrap around your neck, and I still
Yeah.
couldn't. Just
No.
like,
Did you put it behind your head or in front?
no, you wrap around your neck. So
Well,
like
yeah,
when you
but like you
tilt-
can have it resting behind, where if your seat doesn't recline very
Mm.
good, in airplanes they recline almost not at all.
Yeah.
You could put it in your front, so then your head can just kind of nod forward a
I
bit, but be
probably tried
supported.
everything.
I've seen people wear it sideways.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess they could lay their head on the one side.
Hmm. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Hey, my friend, when I went overseas, or anytime I'm on a plane with him, he falls asleep within 5 minutes. Gone. It's like I
Wow.
wish I could do that because when we get to where we're going, he's all right. What do we do? I said, "You do you. I'm going to sleep in my hotel. Goodbye."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you just look at like, what monastery did you train from?
Yeah. So
Teach me.
I've decided because I did this trip once before, and I was awake for almost 2 days straight. Even though my eyes couldn't stay open, I couldn't sleep, and it was destroying me. So I've decided once I get to Athens, screw that 9 hour wait. I'm just gonna go straight to a hotel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I don't know, Con. I mean, it seems like with all the things you have to do, point A, point B, point
Mm.
C, like the world is trying to make sure that no one goes to Greece. So why you're making such effort to defy God? I mean, He doesn't want you to go.
I don't want to go to Greece. If I go on a plane, I want to go somewhere I want to go. Like, say, I'd love to go to Japan again because it was glorious the first time. And there's a
Yeah.
couple other places I'd like to see, but Japan, top list because I hate the West. Anyway, they are so nice
Wow.
there. I'm serious. The place is glorious. It's clean, awesome food. The people are polite. It's quiet. You don't have stupid bogan neighbors playing loud music because everyone thinks being loud and enjoying music is being social. No, it's the complete opposite. You don't understand how many people you're upsetting around you, but you don't care because there's something in your brain that makes you stupid and you don't realize this. So we all suffer it. So Japan is nice and quiet and so nice. And they
Yeah,
have
it's
strawberry
great.
shortcakes. I love them.
Yeah, my sisters went this year, and I couldn't because my bird was sick. So
Aw.
Bird's good now?
yeah, she's all right. I'm still giving her medicine, but yeah, she's good.
Was she suffering from just an illness?
She had pneumonia.
Ooh.
Holy
And she had to
smokes.
stay at the vet for a week.
Wow. That would have been
Poor
cheap.
little thing.
Man, it was bad. And then, she came home, and a month later, it hit her again. So I had to take her there, and she had to stay for another week. really bad, but yeah,
You're gonna
she's
have to
pretty good.
stop kissing her when you get out of public, buddy. Her little immunity can't keep up.
Every like 2 minutes on stream, kiss kiss. You're doing good, kiss kiss. You claw me, I kiss you. Until you learn.
She's like, I'm clawing because of the kissing. Oh, no, no.
Let me go, claw claw. Oh, she's
Oh,
affectionate. Pat 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 pat.
kiss, 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 kiss. Well, I'm glad she's doing better. As a person who's had that before, it is not fun.
No,
Yeah, I've had pneumonia too. It's not fun.
Not at all.
I haven't, but I live in a very hot place.
Oh, well, that's comparisons 1 to 1.
It is.
You live somewhere hot? Uh-huh. That's like being sick. Like, oh,
24/7.
you're right. I never thought about it.
I don't know. I suffer pneumonia every day with wildlife, so that's my almost dying everyday thing.
That's
The
true.
doctor
I
can't
mean,
fix
we,
that.
we got bad drivers, the occasional rattlesnake, which I didn't see any under the house, thank goodness, because I wouldn't know what to do. I couldn't crawl out of there fast enough. Because, I mean, you gotta think, it's water. Snakes swim. They swim fast in water.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jed don't swim fast. Jed barely swims at all. So it would just be a terrible horror scene. You would just hear water splashing and nobody coming to help me.
How are you getting rid of the water?
Well, after
Lots
I
of paper
fixed the
towels.
leak, bounty.
How did you fix the leak, first of all? Did you seal it or did you get a new pipe?
What we had to do is the part of it that was leaking was this cap. So I
Ah.
guess what it was, it used to be a dedicated line to something, and
Oh, okay.
then that stopped. And so instead of, changing the T-post that they had to run those pipes and making it just a direct, they kept it on and just capped the other pipe. Well, that cap came loose and it started leaking water. So what I did is I snipped it, I placed a new cap on, and I used what they call crimps, and it's a metal ring that you place over the pipe, and then you have to use a special tool to squeeze the ring
Oh,
until
okay.
it seals and it's tight. So I had to go buy a special tool for this, $70.
Ugh.
Of course.
Because I mean, like, oh, at that point, I'm already invested. I know I might have to do more plumbing work in the future,
Yeah.
but at this point, I know even to have a plumber come out is going to cost me $70. So I might as
Yeah.
well just get the
Yeah.
tool to do it myself at this. Anyway, yes, I had to do that. Oh, the funny thing, I went under the house and I had what I thought were the right size crimps, which were 3/4 of an inch. I go down there, all the piping is 3/4, except the one that's got the cap. It's a 1/2 inch.
Wow.
So I'm soaking wet. Like I literally look like I came out of a lake. Every part of me is cold and dirty and mad, and I'm making a phone call to Catherine, who's literally 3 feet up in the house. And I go, I need you to go to Lowe's, and I need you to get a 1/2 inch. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order it on my phone, right meow, and then you just go get it. It's like, oh, okay. Like you don't want to come? I'm dripping wet. No, I don't want to go anywhere.
I'm the
Because there's no
lady of the
point.
lake.
Yeah.
Instead of a sword, I got a
So,
crimp tool.
so she goes, she gets it, she goes through the house, comes around back, and then there's the opening on the side of the house. She jingles it like it's a treat, and my grungy little hand reaches out of the darkness and takes it. Like I'm Gollum, I go back into my work. But I fixed it. It's all dry now. And then for the water under the house, thankfully my house sits on a concrete slab, so it wasn't like a big mush. It was just sitting water. I had to take my shop vac and I hooked up
Ah,
a hose to it and I
right.
just drained it out slowly that way. And then after that, I put a fan at that opening and let some, natural aeration go
Right,
in
right.
and dry up the concrete. So there was, I mean, it was doable, but it was not fun.
Or fast.
No, it was not that, and it would definitely cost a lot to have a plumber come out and do all that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they charge by the hour, and I know I was taking hours to do.
And they would They wouldn't rush either.
Mm-mm.
Of course
Like,
not.
I got nothing else to do today.
Relax.
This is paying for my kid's birthday party.
I don't even have kids.
I wish I'd have one if I would ever sleep with me.
Off to the pub, drink. I'm so lonely.
Now I got leaking floor and depressed.
He's crying, so he's adding to it now. Like, bro, stop it. Get out.
Ugh,
Throw a
man,
sponge at him.
it was nasty. It was nasty, and I'm not looking forward to the labor I got to
Yeah,
do.
that sounds nasty.
So maybe if I'm wise about it, I can record little segments,
I don't know.
put a
I
little
think you
video
won't.
together. Yeah, you're probably right. I won't.
'Cause
It
you
sounds easy. Like you watch those little home improvements, and they're like, oh, well, I could do that. Like, oh no, they
Boom.
No.
It's better than it was before. Last week, it was like every minute or two.
have a whole crew that follows them
Easy.
around. They don't have to do nothing.
I just loved it when it sounds like on your end. All this noise suddenly
You just-
catches up.
Just
Yeah, because
It's like,
I remember I kept hassling him to record while he was doing his roof, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm doing it," and he didn't. And then I hassled him when he was doing his shed. He's like, he didn't. It's like all these special Patreon videos he could have put up, and when he was doing his kitchen, not at all. Just nothing.
I mean, I hear you. I get you.
It's all
I
you
totally
do.
know what you're saying.
You hear and ignore.
When you're doing that kind of crap, that's kind of like the last thing that's gonna be on your head, though.
Yeah, but I mean, he has a wife. She's can.
Jeez, Con, I get it. Why you gotta keep reminding me?
We're not sure what she does, so I think she can record for a while.
I should probably let her out too.
Got that extra long leash. Not only is he racist, he's sexist too.
Ah,
Send
that's terrible.
donations so we can fix him.
Wee, wee, wee.
And
I make
fixed.
those sounds.
He's a pig too. Sometimes.
65% maybe of the time.
I think I told you both. My cat bringing the rat.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I don't think it's a rat. That looked like a small second cat or something. That thing was huge.
Couldn't believe it. I'm just sitting there watching TV, and this is late at night, like 2 in the morning. See a bit of motion at the glass screen door. Turn, look. There's my cat just staring at me with this huge thing sticking out of its mouth. Like, what the hell's that? Puts it on the ground, and it's like, yep, I brought you this.
Aren't you so proud of me?
I'm gonna put the picture in the podcast. So if you're not looking, look now. There it is. That's what it brought me.
Oh, it's a rat again.
It was huge. I'm used to it bringing me little field mice, and it's only done it twice because we don't have a mouse issue. This isn't, places with stuff like that.
Australia.
So I don't know where. I mean, if she walked up with like a crocodile in her mouth, I'd understand, or a dingo, or a kangaroo. But a rat is
Or
something
a
I
person.
Here you go, plunk. So that was surprising, so I had to take a photo of it. Told my mum, she freaked out over the phone. She would have lost it if she saw it. She goes mental when she sees just a little field mice.
Yeah, so does my mom.
But this was huge. I'm like, how did you fight that thing? But the cat's gotten strong ever since we got her, and I've been feeding her, and she's got her strength, and she's a bit fat, but she's super strong now.
It's psychotic. Alright, it was probably minding its own business.
I'm pretty sure it's not just the food that we feed her. I know she's eating stuff out there too. Rats.
Yeah.
Other children.
I saw her. She has this issue of sleeping at the house next door on their small little balcony at the back. I don't know why she does that when she has a perfectly good house here with a clean balcony, not a dirty bogan balcony. And um, I called her down once, and she was coming down the stairs, and then she stopped and she looked over into the little shrubbery, gardeny thing underneath the stairs, and she's just staring. And I'm staring back, and I'm like, seriously? Because I thought she was distracted by a little lizard or something. Like, hurry up, it's hot, I don't understand this sun for too long, I'm pale, I'll die. And after a minute, she jumps in there, and then comes straight back out, mouse in her mouth. I was like, whoa, that was fast, because I've seen her try to catch birds, and she's not that graceful or fast. But when she wants to be, lightning. And there it was. She didn't kill it,
Very
though.
nice.
She put it on the veranda, stared at me, and then the mouse waited,
Yeah.
and then boom, off it went.
Why should get a cat to live under my house?
Boss, it's leaking.
These kids is coming up, little construction hat. All right, Whiskers, what's the damage?
Just pawing the ground, writing words.
Like, well, it's wet, and you know how I don't like that.
Well done, pat, 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 pat.
So I found out at my new job
Mm?
that not everybody is into dark humor.
Really?
So you gotta be more specialized in how you say it. Like, there's nothing big. The computer at our cubicle was making a weird sound. The lady across was like, that computer's making it sound real bad. I go over and like, it's the fan. I'm like, huh? You think like, oh, looks like you got a ghost. I go, I hope it's here to kill me. What? What? HR coming to talk to me. Like, is everything okay at home? Like, I didn't read it. I just.
It's a joke.
Other people my age got it. They were laughing. Like, it's not funny. Like, no, it was a little. Just gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, I had to rein in my humor as well at my last job.
Censor yourself a little bit.
Oh, super censored. I barely made jokes. I just smiled and laughed at theirs, which weren't jokes at all. They were just noise to me.
Yeah, that's not a lot of. I don't have a lot of good liners happening down there right now.
Oh, but they'd all laugh. But it'd be that fake laugh. Oh, it grinds.
Oh,
I hate it. It's extra. You can tell when someone's fake laughing.
Nervous laughter.
There's two types. There's a nervous one. They're the ones who just, they're just trying to pass it off as a amusement. And you got the other ones who go over the top. They think it's more funnier than it should be.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they laugh stupid loud. And they're not, laughing, because the minute they stop laughing, they straight away start talking. It's like, no, if you thought it was that funny, you'd be breathing for a bit before talking again. But they're like straight away into it. And their eyes...
a rehearsed laugh.
Oh, I hate them. I hear it every day. And I don't even work.
Just wakes up in his cold sweat to his laughs.
Stupid. So I had another thing I wanted to mention. I've forgotten what it is. So you'll have to distract me with other stuff until I remember.
You want me to throw out like what I think it might be? Because you might have mentioned it to me.
Sure. Help me.
Okay.
You know
was
me
it
and
your
my
pregnancy
brain.
scare?
No, I think we covered that in the last podcast.
Was it your second pregnancy scare?
That's it.
That's the one. I didn't even like that guy.
Didn't even realize till the kicking started. Like, what the hell? I thought it was just all the cakes I was eating.
These cramps are a little harsh.
Oh, off to the toilet I go. Again.
That thing sticks out an arm. Oh my gosh!
Hold this, baby. That's practical, actually.
Like, finally a use for it.
Can you hold this? Oh, you're already holding something. No, it's okay. Legs open, arm. Give it to the baby.
Oh.
Well,
No, I have no idea what it could be.
No,
That you were
me
going to talk
either.
about. I was just throwing out stuff.
No.
Here's something fun.
Mm.
Have you guys seen this video on YouTube? I don't know a lot of the details, but somebody had recreated the Darth Vader
Oh yeah, the Darth Vader versus
versus
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan
fight.
fight scene.
There's more
Yeah,
than one, isn't there?
Yeah,
I saw one, the first one. It was all right.
pretty good.
I don't know if there's more than one. The one I saw, I guess, was pretty new,
Yeah, I
but
think
I thought
I'm
that was really
pretty
fun to
sure I've
see.
seen the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. It's neat what people are able to make, at home. Well, I assume it was, homemade.
Mm.
I can't imagine a studio paying
Yeah, it
to
was.
do something like
Yeah.
that for free, for fun.
Oh, speaking of YouTube, I rarely watch it, so this is why I remember it. Have you ever seen those videos with the deep fakes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you see the one with The Shining where they put Jim Carrey's face on? Uh,
No, I haven't seen that one.
it's the best one I've ever seen. It's freaky as hell. It fits him perfectly. It's scary, more scary than before. Look it up. It's frightening. There's three of them, I think. That's the one I was thinking of when I said three Darth Vader ones. I think there's only one Vader. I was thinking of that one where it had multiple
Yeah.
parts. Watch it. It's very, very creepy.
Deep fakes are like it's that uncanny valley,
Uh,
territory.
no, this looked
Yeah.
like he was actually there acting.
Oh,
I thought if you didn't know, you'd swear Jim Carrey was in The
Yeah,
Shining.
the deep fakes are getting really, really scary accurate.
Or the other
Like
ones,
they're harder to even tell now.
the previous ones you could see here and there, like something would happen. This one, nah. Especially the third one, I think. The third one was crazy. So whatever happens next, I'm scared.
Ugh.
Also,
Well,
everyone buy a liter. Hurry up.
Oh, Lisa, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do you. I'm gonna watch that this week.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
you watch all those movies that I gave you a list of? I gave this guy a list of all these movies he'd never seen that I'd seen that I thought were legendary, and I said watch
Hmm.
it. And this was 6, 7 years ago.
Yes, I had just recently got married.
Yes, because I said make his wife watch it too, because she hates horrors, and most of them, half of them at least.
We're horror, so you could
Yeah.
imagine it was gonna be a home run idea.
Well, she's an adult. I think she can handle it, you know. So I was going to give her some culture, doing my best. What did she end up watching? I think she saw Alien.
Yeah, she saw Alien.
She got through that one. So I was impressed. I'm pleased. I don't
I
think
mean,
she's.
she got through that. Yeah, and that was on your top, one of your tops.
Yeah, because he sent me, I think it was a photo of her watching it, and it was just hands over face, and I was like, no, 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 make her sit through it again, without the hands. Time behind. What's the point of not looking? I don't
This
understand.
is scary for some people. She's sensitive.
Yeah, it's
Just because you're broken,
no,
doesn't mean you are broken.
they're entertaining films. They're really good. It's like those. I mean, I've mentioned it before. Those two kids who I couldn't get to sit through Never-Ending Story. They were like 9. Perfect age. They couldn't get
That's
past the
like,
first 5 minutes. Once they saw the wolf, that was it. They were out the door. I was like, "What are you doing? This is a kids' film."
yes, that's what makes it so much, worse.
I
You're like,
sat
oh,
through it.
are we gonna watch Elsa? You sing a song? Oh no! There's gonna be this really accurate and terrifying nightmare wolf. It's gonna try and kill a little boy. Enjoy.
Honestly, all the things we used to watch as kids. You know, I sat through Alien. I sat through Never-Ending Story, Secret of Nymph, uh, Watership Down, Plague Dogs, Fire and Ice, all these legendary films, and I'm sitting there, and these kids are watching like Nickelodeon, and I think these I wouldn't even have sat through if I was 8. Forget it. They're trash, but their brains have melted, and that's all they like.
Hmm.
I was so upset when they wouldn't watch Neverending Story.
Well, it's not so much that you gotta deal with that wolf, but then you get this like weird dog dragon thing. I mean, he's unsettling at times too.
It was great.
He's just laying there, but then his eyes get all big. You're like, is he gonna like one bite from this guy? He'll eat me. Oh, if I want that.
I was planning on showing the kids Alien after Neverending Story.
Well,
So.
yeah, that would have. Like you'd never see those kids again. Their parents be calling, "What did you do?"
Well, apparently the little girl did have nightmares from the Neverending Story one.
Oh my gosh.
Bingo.
They barely got through it the first 5 minutes, and already nightmares. Like, what? What are you even watching at home? What is wrong with your parents? Sick of this.
I can't say it enough. The wolf is scary. He's huge. He's got glowing eyes. He talks, and he's
I mean,
showing his teeth all the time.
he's
You
a
know, he's like,
wolf. What's he
he's
gonna
a
do?
nightmare.
You want him to come out, put on a hat, start tap dancing? Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. It's like, I'm not watching that.
I'd love that. I would love that. That would be the only wolf I'd accept.
It's my Spaceballs reference, since we mentioned
Yeah.
aliens.
Coming out of the soup.
I love that film. I need to rewatch it. It's been years.
You know, I thought they were gonna do a newer version of it for the prequels, but I guess that never happened.
Hmm.
Too bad. That's just too bad.
Well, boys, we're
So
over the hour mark, and I'm passing out.
This guy. This guy. All right.
Special.
Very good.
Special. We're going for an extra half hour. See how
You have-
Austin's brain survives.
Yo, you have
It
fun with
don't.
that.
We could do like an online, like, you know how they do those telemarketing things where they phone up and give money. We'll do one of those. Keep donating. Austin stays up longer talking.
Oh yeah.
Make it happen.
No.
So just to sum up the Patreon thing, we're gonna upload solo games and co-op games. Special podcast with me and Jed. So please come by, donate, help my credit card, help Jed's floor, and help Austin's helmet commission
He's got
come true.
a conscious. What would you want to call it? Okay. He's got like a crap.
He's already broken.
Oh, I thought my internet was broken.
No, your brain.
Start doing that thing again. Okay. He's got a disorder. He can't stay awake. He passes out for hours at a time. We don't know how to save his life.
That's right.
Please donate.
It's called sleep at night.
We need
No.
medical fees to help him send him to
Yes.
some doctor in Switzerland. To
This
look
is
at
a
him.
very serious condition.
Yeah, you get
Poor
sleepy.
Austin.
I don't understand.
He goes unconscious every night, sometimes for hours.
We
It's
need to
so
be
sad.
So anyway, once I get back from Greece in 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks if you count this week, then we'll start all the extra stuff on Patreon, and then Jed will be co-oping a lot more with all of us. Co-oping. We're going to be playing more often on stream, unlike we haven't
Is that?
the last couple months because we've been everywhere.
Yeah, hopefully my internet's fixed by then. We'll find out. Gotta
Once-
get that tech to show up.
Yep, I mean, now that my internet's fixed, I can play. Once Jed gets fixed, hopefully in 2 weeks he'll be playing. And then we'll be doing Battlefield, possibly Battlefront. I don't know if I can brave it, but I want to see what this new map is like. I just hate the changes they did from the first to the second one. It just frustrates me. But yeah, so lots more gaming to look forward to. Hopefully.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good times. Good times all day, every day.
Plus,
But yeah.
Jed's actually been starting up art commissions, which is new.
Yes, yes. And you know, if you're nice, I won't draw your favorite character naked.
What if they want that though?
It'll cost extra for clothes, so the cheaper option is naked.
Let me put it differently. I'll draw them attractively naked. If not, everybody's getting beer belly and chest hairs.
He is Elsa.
Oh, I drew her as a tent.
Looks like something out of a Del Toro film. Bleh.
Kill me. All right, Austin,
Yep.
you go to bed. You have a good night.
Yep.
I will do that. But you guys, thank you for tuning into the podcast if you did.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being patrons if you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Quite.
And I guess we'll see you next time. So
Next time, bye bye, everybody.
later.
Bye byes.